I'm so sorry that you don't know how to play against the Gredora Stride. Aiden, and this is the VG channel. So many people have expressed concern about Megacolony once their new strides has been reviewed. If you haven't seen that, I made a video about it. Go ahead and check it out. They claim that with the new cards, Megacolony will be a tier 0 deck, or at least a very high tier meta deck. Now, I'm not gonna say that they're wrong when they say that it's a high tier meta deck, but I will say they're wrong when it's a tier 0 deck. And I'm here to help you learn how to play against that matchup, because some of y'all are lazy and probably those people that slept during science class in high school. A disclaimer I will definitely give is that if you genuinely come to this video thinking that you'll learn how to play against the matchup and you have thought about it and everything, I'm so sorry. My tone will be very berating to you, but I can assure you that everything I say here is accurate to the best of my ability, because I play the deck as well and I have got some feedback from the people that I play against. So please, if you're not one of those lazy people, go ahead and still watch the video, but just know that my tone is not direct towards you. But if you are those lazy people, perhaps watch this video in 0.5 speed because I might be going a little too fast for you. Quick breakdown of the deck. Nothing notable in Grade 0. You probably see crits. Some people play the draw PG. They should. We know my issue with the PG in Megacolony. We don't talk about it. If you see them flip up a starter that's not the V starter for Megacolony, try to get rid of it, because that might be an indication that their deck is built a little differently, because a typical Megacolony order based deck is gonna use the V starter. Now for the great one to watch out for is Brilliant Blister. Both version of Brilliant Blister, because that card can stop your battle phase very easily if you don't know how to play around it. Grade 2 is where the early game of Megacolony are. Machining Mantis, Giraffa, and Stamping Red are some of the notable cards. Like most other deck, the Grade 3 is where the powerhouse are. We have the Scissor Bug and Hell Demise. Both of these help you restand and get 5 attacks per turn. The other card is, of course, the main Grade 3, which is Disco Dragon. He is the reason the whole deck exists, because he allowed me to play orders from my drop zone for free. Speaking of orders, we have the book and sometime the veil. And depending on other deck build, you might see other order, but mainly the book and the veil. The book let me get resource. The veil let me have more rear guard. Duh. And for Grade 4 is the stuff everyone worry about, the Gredora Grade 4 strides and the new strides. We have multi-attack, stopping your opponent from attack, stopping your opponent from G-guarding, and possibly stopping the opponent from playing the game. That's for Gredora. Now for the new stride, it makes Gredora better by increasing your attack, increasing your draw if possible, and possibly getting rid of your opponent rear guards. Now those two things put together make the deck very synergistic. Now of course there are clan out there that can deal with these things easier than other people, or at least stopping the Megacolony deck before it get off to the ground. First of all, Narukami. I know Narukami have a starter that can start binding your opponent drop zone right from the get-go. So play that starter. Start binding the drop zone. If you bind a book, you're golden. And then there's Link Joker. Guess what? Gredora doesn't get rid of your rear guards. What can Link Joker do? Lock those rear guard and then unlock them. Oh look, you have standing rear guards to attack now. Yay! And then there's Bermuda Triangle, another meta deck that also have a good stride. Guess what? Same thing as Link Joker. We did not get rid of your rear guard. They're just rested. So what can you do? Bounce them back to your hand, call them back out again. Isn't that what you guys want anyway? And last but not least, we have to have some Paladin. And this time is Royal Paladin and Gold Paladin time to shine. I can feel people typing furiously in the comments when I mention both of these Paladin, because in their mind, both of these Paladin call from deck. No, they do not have to. Both of these Paladin have the ability to call from hands while drawing cards, such as the new strides that both of these Paladin have allowed you to basically go over the Gredora effect, because guess what? The Royal Paladin stride gets you to call from your hand, and then the Gold Paladin stride restand herself. Yay! They might not be the most optimal stride you can go into with these clan, but they're an answer to Gredora. That doesn't make Gredora okay, but they're an answer. You have something to do during the turn your opponent Gredora you. That's better than what most clan have. If I didn't list any of the clan you play, go ahead and search through the entire card pool for that clan. Premium have every single card that ever exists for Vanguard in its card pool. If you can't find something in there, that means the deck is probably not meta at the moment. With that being said, here is something that you can do in the decks that I didn't list above. It might not help you win the game altogether, but it will definitely minimize the oppressive nature that Gredora have. First of all, early game. If your deck can do an early game, do it. And you should have an early game built into your deck, because that's how most competitive deck is now. If you wait until your grade 3 turn to ever do anything at all, then you're not playing competitively. You have to do something leading up to your grade 3 turn, or else your deck is not competitive. Megacolony, it doesn't have a good early game, but it has something. Like I mentioned earlier, Giraffa and Stamping Red, those two are technically my early game card, because Giraffa can hit big and possibly draw me cards, and then Stamping Red put Cradle on my opponent's stuff if they try to early game me. Maybe that's enough to stop them, maybe not, but at least it's something. You can't expect to do nothing leading up to your grade 3 turn and expect to win. That's not how the meta is anymore. It's much faster than that. And if you're going to premium with the mindset where you can do nothing until your grade 3 turn, you already lost. Another thing you can do is that from the grade 3 turn and beyond, possibly leave some back row standing. The new stride says that it can only minus your opponent power if there's absolutely nothing standing. So leave some stuff standing. Do you really need that 8k or 15k boost from your back row in order to hit? Because if you do, that's a really bad choice in deck building. At least leave some rear guard standing so you don't get cucked by the new strides. That's all I'm saying. And then of course, if you have removal in your deck, use it. Megacolony don't just fill their field out of nothing. They have to lose something in order to fill up their field, whether it's hand, their chance to multi-attack, or wasting a turn where they can use the book to use the Lyrical Veil. At least that's better than nothing. But Aiden, the Moth could just put the card back into your deck and you can just search it out again. And you got countercharge off of that too. Yes, it sounds like the card is a really good utility card, isn't it? Yeah, it does everything. Does it have resist or anything that say you can't target it? No. So it must be a pretty good target to remove, isn't it? Yeah, but you can just search it out again. Yes I can. But like I stated earlier, I have to give up something to search it out. Whether I can give up my chance to multi-attack to activate the book, or my chance to search out a grade 3, possibly a copy of my Vanguard in order to activate the book again. But shh, be honest, you don't want the deck to be good. Historically, Megacolony is one of the worst clan out there. We barely get any support, and when we do, it's suboptimal at best. Before now, the only time Megacolony is anywhere decent is that one time it topped World, because every single deck it play is a Gold Paladin Ezo deck. Now, I'm not saying that the Gredora stride isn't powerful. It is very powerful. It stopped your opponent from G-guarding, it stopped them from standing their vanguard, and it give me multi-attack. Yes, that is 3 powerful things in 1 card. But guess what? Good player adapt to it. And if the card pool doesn't offer them a viable answer, they play a different deck. Possibly one of the ones that I listed above. I don't know. They do something because they want to play competitive. And the deck that they chose before didn't offer them that competitiveness, so they choose a different deck. A good player doesn't wait until a nobody make a video on YouTube holding their hand and telling them how to beat one of the meta decks. So before you whine about how your trash tier deck can't beat one of the big league, think about it first. Maybe it's not the meta's fault that your trash tier deck is trash. Maybe you need to pick a better deck if you want to play competitive, similar to how Megacolony used to be. That's the end of my rant basically. I just made an excuse to make this video because I have seen so many people complain about this deck and I'm really tired of it. Yes, you could say that I'm biased because I actually play the deck and I actually love the clan, but y'all gotta be tired, aren't you? People complain about it, but they offer no solution for it beside ban the card. And that's their solution for every single deck that's meta, and it'll just keep on trickling down. What else? Did you want us to ban every single deck that's better than your trash tier deck until your trash tier deck is a good deck? Probably. That's probably what they want, but they just don't want to admit it. But beside that, remember to subscribe and like, comment if you have other ways that you know that can counter the Gredora strides. Leave them in the comment below. I can learn something from it for someone that played the deck, and other people that would like to learn something from it and not complain. They could learn something. Thank you for watching. Remember to take care of yourself, and I'll be seeing you real soon, my love.